Hello and welcome back to Hakim's Video Journal. Today is Thursday, actually. So let's get right into the news. Killer Keemstar. My name's Hakim, but it's like Keemstar, popular YouTuber. A lot of drama. Anyways, I woke up in the morning. I do that sometimes. And I've been I don't know if I mentioned this on Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'm locked in now. I was kind of falling out of some habits, but I'm locked in. Went to the gym today and Tuesday and did jujitsu on Wednesday. Gonna start running, eating right, no little sweetie pop pastries from the co-op. Okay. Okay. Um Recording what I do. Okay, recording what I do. Okay, journaling what I do. Getting sun in the morning, which is what I was talking about. Waking up, getting sun, taking care of my precious little teeth, brushing my teeth, skincare, weighing myself. I forgot to do today, but I'll do it today before I go to bed. But I should do it in the morning. Taking my supplements, all that kind of stuff. I check off on my phone. I've been back on top of that, feeling great today actually. Just finished a workout and coming home. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, but woke up, went to work, 8.5 hours. Great day at work today. It actually went by really fast. Great conversation with my coworker about, we'll get into it actually later. Um uh we had like a big staff meeting, and we all the different departments brought some food, so there are plenty of snacks, and it's kind of like a 45-minute break from work that I just get to hear what everybody in the store is up to. um then yeah, I closed at 7. It was kind of a bad close, like we just got busy and I kind of ran out of time to do stuff. But Um, yeah, then that was fine. Then I watched Blade Runner 2049, the newest one with Ryan Gosling. It was good. I gave it 4 stars. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as the first one. Uh, I don't know how to not elaborate on uh describe. There's a really succinct word I'm thinking of right now, but I don't know how to lay out my feelings on why I feel like like newer, more high fidelity, like huge budget movies. I feel like I get less art, like not less art, but I feel less of a connection to the symbolic elements than uh than like older movies, like the old Blade Runner. Or like I think part of it is like I'm more prone to watch any like newer movie, but the only old movies I'm watching are like the some of the greatest movies ever. That I'm not watching like random movies from 1990. I'm watching like really good movies from 1990, but I'm just watching random movies. Not that Blade Runner 2049 is a random movie, but I'm just watching whatever movie in more recent years. Uh, but I do think there's more in there to examine about why I like the old one better than the new one. And after that, I didn't want to really, but I went to the gym and had a great workout. Hit forums. I think are my favorite thing to hit. Get my grip strength stronger. Great for jujitsu. They look cool. They're always visible. Like I guess not a long sleeve shirt. But like if I train like my, I don't know, abs for example, not that I think having abs is cool, not that I do, but stay with me here. Like they're hidden most of the time. Or a lot of people will say legs. Like I personally like training legs, but they like I don't even want to train legs. Like you don't even get to see them anyways. But your forearms, they're always out. And I got some veins in my shit now. Um, and that looks cool. Um, and it feels cool to have strong forearms. So yes, that was cool. That's not the only thing I trained. To be clear, I'm not an insane person, but yeah. Now I'm home, recording a few episodes before I go to bed, and then tomorrow, boom, doctor, straight to work, straight to garage sales, straight to go home and record and go to sleep and wake up again. So pretty packed day tomorrow, starting at 7:45 a.m. Um, goddamn. So maybe I'll get like breakfast after. Maybe I'll go to the gym in the morning tomorrow, or after I finish the garage sale stuff, I'll go to the gym on Friday, which is tomorrow. But yeah, that's kind of all for my day. What I kind of wanted to get into today was about kind of some stuff. I already had this written down to talk about, but my coworker kind of we started a conversation about it, and it's kind of about like culture and immigrant culture and being a I guess second generation immigrant. Like my dad, I guess half second generation immigrant. My dad immigrated here. Uh, uh, I guess let's just get in with the history. My dad immigrated here, um, and met my mom and had me and my brother. But I never really felt like he passed down his culture to us. Um, I think I've gone to he's Muslim, but I think I've gone to mosque twice or three times. Whereas my mom, I went to church like every Sunday. Um, he never taught us Twi, the language that he speaks. I mean, I don't even know a lot of history. I mean, he's like around, but like I still don't know a lot of history about him. Like I don't know to what extent he speaks Arabic. I know he can read the Quran, but I don't know like how fluently he speaks Arabic. I know he speaks Twi, which I didn't even learn from him. I just was watching a YouTube video and heard language that I knew in it and like deduced that was him and then talked to him about it later. Um, and he speaks English passably. Um, but yeah, like a lot of his culture, like I'm vegan, so a lot of the cooking. I mean, even when I wasn't, a lot of like his cooking, like he would just make, and I, I guess neither of us were invested in learning how to learning, I guess, and or passing down how to do any of those things, which I think are kind of the foundation of culture, like food, religion, and language. Probably language, not like number one is probably language and culture. I'd actually love to talk to somebody that knows more about this instead of me just talking out my ass. But I think language, re- food, and religion, and then like I guess tradition and religion like go hand in hand together because it's not like exclusively religion, but like cultural traditions. But I don't think I got any of that, and I think I kind of fell into the dominant like black African American culture of the United States. Uh, and I think a lot of uh immigrants do like I think a lot of Greek and Italian like kids like even second generation like they just going to school like adhere to the not adhere to, but uh find their God, there's another word that's slipping my mind, but meld into the dominant dominant racial culture. I think maybe that's the right word. Like melt into just the general white culture. Uh, and I don't mean like exclusively white, but I guess just the general culture of the United States, which is like white. Um, and I think even then, I don't, especially as a kid, I didn't feel very connected to like black culture because like neither of my parents are like African American. Neither of my parents are culturally black. If that, like my dad's African and my mom's white, so neither of them uh I got into that culture through them. So it was just from like being alive and in America, and being in Iowa doesn't help that either. With having a smaller black population, being involved and interested in things that a disproportionate amount of black people are not involved in also doesn't help. Um, and then like being shy and not making friends, especially black friends in school, also didn't help. So I've a lot of my life I felt very isolated from like having that greater like I think I've found a lot of community, especially recently, with like my hobbies, but not through like uh I don't know, things about like race, religion, ethnicity. Any of those things I don't think I found really a sense of community in. Uh but I also haven't found like felt very lost in that. Like I think it's just something I've never really thought about having, that like it's not something I like miss or regret not having. It's just like kind of a fact about my life that I guess I'm coming to terms with, or trying to engage in culture more. But I feel like, I mean, this is something that came up at work, but like I feel like going to or learning about my dad's culture, or like going to Ghana, even that's where he's from, doesn't really speak to me. Like I feel like I missed the boat to be involved in that culture, and then I also just don't really have a uh big like push to, like, me and my dad are pretty distant, and uh I know like my my half sister, who's way more involved in African culture, because she grew up there, and she's, I guess, a first generation immigrant also. And then uh my my uncle, who I haven't talked to in years, and my dad's friend are like the three, I guess, and my dad are like the four African people I know, and I don't talk to any of them regularly. So I don't really have that big of an investment in learning more about my culture, and I don't have that internal curiosity to push myself towards that. Um so yeah, that's definitely something to continue to think about, like where I fall in community and finding a community and having a greater culture and being part of culture. Uh, yeah, that's my at least initial thoughts on that as I don't know, think and navigate that. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be cool. Today's Thursday. I don't know if I said that. But nice long video. Enjoying recording way more recently, and like having something to talk about at the end makes me way more happy about doing this project than just talking about my day every day, even though I still do it, but just not that's the end of the video after 5 minutes and like struggling to make it to 5 minutes. Instead, like having something to talk about feels good. So yeah, I'm out of here, going to sleep, going to wake up, do it again.